Hi, and welcome to this gentle yoga flow. We're going to start in all fours, hands and knees, just below the shoulders and the hips. Spread into your fingers, and we're going to work with the even breath. So start with a 4-count inhale. Draw your collarbones forward, draw your chin in, take a neutral spine. And then as you exhale, child's pose. Hips back towards your heels. You can bring your forehead to the mat. Your next inhale, come up all fours. And as you exhale, tuck your toes. Find a downward facing dog position, but keep a bend in your knees, prioritizing length in your lower back. Inhale, come back to all fours, hands and knees. And as you exhale, release your feet, child's pose. We're going to continue that sequence. Inhaling up to fours. Exhaling to downward facing dog, just starting to open up the joints. Fours. Child's. Continue working with your breath. Do 2 more cycles. Last time in down dog. And then come back to all fours, hands and knees. From here, we're going to take a twist. You can take your left hand just underneath your chest. Right arm can go right out to the side, palm down. And then thread the needle so the right arm comes underneath the body, over to the left side. Take your right cheek to the mat. And then you can take your left arm up and behind the back. Release your left hand underneath your shoulder. Come back to all fours. We'll always do about 5 breaths per movement. Then the left arm out to the side, palm down. And then you can take it underneath the body, threading the needle, cheek to the mat. Right arm can come up, deepening the twist, and then behind the back. If you have room, you can slide it onto the inside of your inner thigh on the left side. Taking 5 breaths here. Okay, when you're ready, releasing the right hand underneath the shoulder, come back to all fours, hands and knees. And then we'll come up to the fingertips here. Step your right foot forward into a lunge position between your hands, and then slide your pelvis forward and down. So instead of back like this, we draw it forward and down, so your knee is stacking above your ankle. The hands are going to frame the front foot. We're just going to stay here for about 5 to 8 breaths. Depending on the length of your breath. And you can find a focal point, making sure the back of the neck is long and your shoulders are relaxed. Okay, from here we're going to take a twist. So you can place the left hand down if you're on your fingertips, or keep on your fingertips. Right hand can come to your thigh, and then twist over your right side body. You can stay right here, or you can take your right arm up. You can look up at the hand or look at the floor, breathing here. And then we'll take the right arm forward, now to the inside of the front foot. You can heel toe the right foot a little bit wider, so it's in line with the outer hip, and now both hands are on the inside. You can stay here if you have the depth to bend your elbows. You can bend the elbows, maybe even take the forearms on the floor if you have that space. Look towards your thumbs, So that way your spine is nice and long and the back of your neck remains long. Okay, come up onto the palms if you're on your forearms, and then send your right foot back, coming back to all fours. And maybe you just want to move through the spine, lifting the chest, lifting the sit bones, and then rounding on your exhale, chin in, belly in. And do that 2 more times, just waving through the spine. Back to a neutral position, you can come onto your fingertips and then step the left foot forward between the hands. Pelvis draws forward and down, chest is lifting. Place the hands either side of the front foot. Breathing here. Okay, and the same as we did on the other side, we can now prepare for the twist. You can stay on your fingertips on the right side or come onto the palm, left hand on the thigh, and then twisting over your left side. Again, you have the option to take the arm up. Then take the left arm forward to the inside of your front foot. Heel toe the left foot a little bit wider. And from here, if you have the space, you can bend the elbows, otherwise staying with straight arms. If you have more room, onto the forearms. Keeping the spine long, you're looking at your thumbs. Okay, when you're ready, come up onto your hands. If you're not already, straighten your arms. And then we'll send the left foot back, coming back to all fours. And you can do a couple cat-cows or the waves through the spine. Inhale, lifting chest and sit bones. Dropping belly and exhale, rounding. Chin in. Inhale to fill the lungs and exhale to round. Okay, coming back to a neutral position. We're going to set ourselves up for 90-90. So you can take a seated position and bring your right shin out in front. So I'm going to face you for this one. So I have my right shin out in front. My foot will be flexed. And then my thigh is parallel to the side of the mat. My left leg, I want my thigh parallel to the front shin and my shin parallel to my front thigh. Okay, so we're moving into the back of the hip. We're gonna start to explore, starting from the knee side edge, just playing with a little hinge in the spine, walking the hands over towards the knee, shin, and then maybe towards the foot side edge. That's a very deep position. So going until you find a place where you can settle in. Maybe you come onto the forearms or you're still on your hands. If you like to rest your head, you can stack your hands, fists, or palms. Okay, after about 5 to 8 breaths, you can come on up. And now walk the hands a little bit further back, and we're going to bring the back leg forward. So Sliding the heels under the knees, we're going to take what's called box pose. So it's like you're sitting in a very easy cross-legged position. Okay, so with the hands on your knees, you can get a little bit taller in your spine. And then we're going to take a twist. We're going to first twist over to the right side. So left hand can come to the right knee, right fingertips behind, and then twist over to the right. Awesome, come back to center. Both hands can be on the knees. You can stay here, you're still getting the benefits, or you can hinge forward if you have the space. Again, you can be on your hands out in front, or you can be on your forearms. You can even stack your hands, fists or palms. Okay, after about 5 to 8 breaths, take the hands back down, straighten through the arms, and walk the hands all the way back towards the hips. Now we're going to change sides. So the left shin can stay out in front, and the right shin can go parallel to the side of the mat or to the front thigh. And the right thigh is now parallel to the front shin. Make sure the knees are protected. You can do that by flexing the feet as if you're wearing shoes. And then start exploring outside of the knee. Making your way towards the knee and then towards the shin. If you have the space, over towards the foot side edge. And we'll settle in. Any depth that feels good for the body, that the body allows. And at the same time, you're working with your edge, so you're feeling some sensation. And then slowly transitioning out of the position, walking the hands back. We'll take the right leg now forward. The shin is in front. The heel slides under the knee. So we're in this easy box shape. Okay, making sure that the knees feel okay. And then taking our twist over to the left side. So you can take the right hand on the left knee, left fingertips behind, nice and tall through the spine, and then twisting over to the left. Okay, when you're ready, twisting back to center, both hands can be on the knees, tall through the spine. And then you can stay here, or if you have the capacity to hinge forward, you can hinge forward. You can either be on the hands, or you can be on the forearms, and you can use the hands to support your head. Okay, coming on out, pressing into the hands, lifting up. All right, so we're going to move into opening the back. We've been doing a lot of forward folds and opening up the front of the hips as well. So I'm going to just move to the side, and you have the options to keep the legs straight out and take the hands behind and just gentle lift of the chest. Keep the chin in and you could stay here, or you have an option to do tabletop posture. You can bring the feet pelvis distance apart, hands remain below the shoulders, push into the feet and lift your hips up. Again, hips are high, chest is high, chin can stay in, collarbones are lifting, breathing here. Okay, releasing the hips down. And now straightening the legs as much as you can without rounding the back. And we're going to move the flesh from underneath the sit bones. You can choose to sit on a little pillow here if you like. It's nice to put a bend in the knees, especially if you know the backs of your legs are tight. So I'm going to start with that bend in the knees. You can take it as deep as you like. So you could go a really deep bend, just a small bend, and if you have the flexibility, straight legs. So we're going to start by walking the hands forward, keeping the back as long as possible. Walk, walk, walk. You can even take the feet and then get a little bit longer with the spine. Okay, once your abdomen touches the thighs, if you have the space, you can walk the heels a little bit further away, taking a bit of bend in the knees, out of the knees. And then lengthen out from the chest and then release forward and down. From here, you can choose to release your hands by your sides, palms down, relax your shoulders. And the breathing here, as we inhale, it's a subtle movement forward, lengthening through low back, and as we exhale, it's a slow movement down, and that's just micro movements. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to release forward and down. Beautiful. When you're ready, push into the hands, lengthen through the spine, straighten the arms, and then on your inhale, protecting your lower back, you can hinge all the way up to a seated position. If you like, you can straighten the legs. Okay, and from here, you can take a rest in a Shavasana-like position, so bringing your hips forward, and then slowly releasing onto your back. You can bring your palms up, your feet can relax out to the side, chin in, lay on your back. Then take a scan of your body, make sure that you're not holding any tension that you're aware of, so any conscious tension. Feel this heaviness as you relax every muscle, every bone, releasing into the floor. And then take 3 conscious breaths. So each breath you're breathing into the abdomen. Inhale, maybe for a 3 count or a 4 count. And exhale for the same length. Couple more. And then release your breath fully. Let it return to its natural state. And remain here. Become aware of any contact with the ground floor below you and feel held. And notice the air on your skin. Become aware of your breath. Notice. When you're ready, begin to move your fingers and toes and feel those vibrations throughout the body. Allow for a bigger stretch. Maybe you take the arms up overhead and then reach out from the toes. And then allow your knees to bend so you can draw your knees in towards the chest. Take the hands on your knees or shins. And roll over to your right side. Support yourself with your right arm. When you're ready, gently press yourself up. You can come back into a seated position. Easy cross legs.